Did you know that in their 2025 meeting, BYU pulled off a shocking late rally to stun West Virginia? Stick around. The #1 turning point in this matchup will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about momentum in college hoops. When BYU and West Virginia face off, you get more than just two teams. You get a clash of styles, momentum, and reputations. These programs have had some memorable battles in Big 12 play. In 2025, the stakes were higher than ever. BYU, under new leadership, sought to cement its status as a serious contender. West Virginia, meanwhile, aimed to reassert itself and derail a surging Cougar program. The narrative was already set earlier in the season. First, BYU edged out a close 73-69 win in Morgantown, thanks to a late charge by freshman Igor Demon. Then, in a more dominant performance, BYU routed WVU 77-56. Powered by Fousseyni Traore's monster 20-point, 10-rebound game, these two games sent a clear message. BYU believed it could beat WVU, whether the game was tight or a blowout. For West Virginia, it was all about redemption. So when they met again on February 11th, the tension was real. BYU traveled back to the WVU Coliseum, and it was another nail-biter. Igor Demine was the hero once again, scoring 10 of his 16 points in the final 6 minutes to spark a decisive late run. That victory wasn't easy. West Virginia's star, Javon Small, who entered the game as the Big 12's scoring leader, was held to just 9 points. That defensive lockdown was a huge factor. To understand how BYU keeps pulling these wins off, you have to look at the key players. For BYU, Igor Demine has become the definition of clutch. His ability to deliver in high-pressure moments is a game-changer. Then you have Fousseyni Traore, who can absolutely dominate the paint when needed. And don't forget the bench depth guys like QAnon Catchings have stepped up to shift momentum in tight games. A lot of this comes down to coach Kevin Young, who has brought a modern, efficient, and explosive offensive structure to Provo. On the other side, West Virginia relies heavily on Javon Small, but as we saw, BYU's defense has found a way to take him out of the game. Toby Okani has shown flashes of scoring punch, but the Mountaineers' biggest weakness has been their inconsistency and their struggles on the glass. In that February game, they were out-rebounded 35-25. That's a huge margin that gives a team like BYU too many extra chances. Let's zoom in on that February 11th game because it really tells the story. For most of the game, BYU looked vulnerable. West Virginia kept it close and refused to back down. But in that final stretch, Igor Demine just took over. 10 points in the final 6 minutes is an incredible burst of clutch scoring. He ignited a 9-0 run that completely turned the tide. West Virginia's go-to guy was silenced, and they couldn't find an answer. And here it is, the moment that catches most fans completely off guard. The play that sealed the deal. With just 9 seconds left, it was a freshman, Mihailo Boskovic, who drained a massive 3-point play. Think about that. A role player, on the road in Morgantown, stepping up to hit the dagger that ends the game. That single shot wasn't just a game winner. It was a symbol of BYU's new identity. It represents the mental edge they've built, the belief that anyone on the roster can step up when the pressure is highest. So the next time someone says BYU can't win tight games on the road, just whisper Boskovic's 9-second dagger. It's proof that momentum can be seized out of thin air. This rivalry in 2025 has taught us a few things. First, momentum is real. Whoever seizes it late in the game usually wins. Second, depth matters more than ever. It's not just about the stars. It's about the bench players who can swing a result. And third, psychology is a powerful weapon. BYU now enters these games with a swagger, a belief they can win from any position. West Virginia is chasing that feeling, fighting for redemption. As the season progressed, BYU proved they were no fluke. They earned a high seed in the Big 12 tournament and even knocked off Iowa State in a 96-92 thriller before falling to Houston. They followed that up with an NCAA tournament win over VCU. The program's trajectory under Coach Young is pointing straight up. This was more than just a game, it was a statement. If you loved diving into the drama between BYU and West Virginia, smash that like button. Drop your prediction for their next matchup in the comments. And be sure to subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next one.